So here we are, yelling at trees again, as often we do. It sounds a little bit like this. Birch! Get off my lawn!
I hope you get termites.
Oh,
Ouch.
poor Reggie. That's the name of the tree.
We didn't
this
like him
week.
anyways.
That's the name of the tree.
Yeah, he's not a pear guy. He's more like a crabapple guguy. Reggie. Yeah.
Remember those? They used to have those at Grandpa's house, and we'd get into them all the time.
Well,
What were the big green ones called? Hedge apples?
Yeah.
Big
like-
green wrinkly ones.
Apparently they scared off big wild animals because they smelled so bad.
They're sticky.
You're sticky.
It
They
has, like-
attracted bees.
It
like
has sap.
crazy.
It has sap in it like a pine tree.
Oh, they're sappy,
Yeah.
like the movies my mom likes. Like the one where Keanu Reeves is sending letters to somebody at the same house at a different time.
The lake
Huh?
house.
The lake house.
Oh.
It's got a girl and a guy in it, and the guy is Keanu Reeves. That's all I know.
It's like, it's not Sandra Bullock, is it?
It might be Sandra Bullock.
No.
It sounds like the kind of movie she'd make, except for usually she's got guns. Except for that one she made with Ryan Reynolds that was really great, where the eagle took the dog.
Is that the proposal or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the eagle swoops down and takes the little puppy and flies off with
how
it.
majestic.
And she throws her cell phone at the bird and it drops the dog. Good times. Anyway, here we are yelling at trees. I'm Adam, and we'll go this way.
And I'm Ben.
Yeah. This is Ross here.
And I'm Corey.
These are all people I know that are in my house speaking into microphones.
It's fun.
Yeah, sometimes we do things, other times we do things that are the different things that aren't the things that we're doing right now.
You have a good time.
Yeah. What you said.
Yeah.
Have a good time with it all.
Yeah. So we just had steak. It was delicious and yummy. We went to Texas
Oh,
Roadhouse.
so good.
Like 3 of us got really, really good steaks, and Corey got a burnt one intentionally.
And then it wasn't burnt enough, so he sent it back to get it more burnt.
No, they brought it out, and it was perfect. And he said, "This is so red."
It was. It was just as red as yours.
Yeah, it was perfect.
I can't.
It
And
was.
then they took it back, and like literally 20 minutes later, they brought it back out, and it was completely, thoroughly 100%
Charcoal
cooked.
briquette.
Yeah.
Well
they
done.
nuked it.
It looked like the thing I cook my steaks on, on the grill. So
Yeah.
It
it's
was
pretty
pretty dark on the outside.
I'm
still
pretty
tasted
sure.
good,
How
but
many knives did you bend trying to cut that
Right.
open? I mean,
I think they actually did use gunpowder to cook
They
that
might have.
one.
I'm sure he ate at least one tine off of his fork.
Probably.
Ping!
It's
Ah,
probably-
that's
it's
still-
probably
It's like,
hard.
why is my fork a nub now?
This piece is really chewy. Tink, tink.
probably could have
Yeah.
shot it out of a cannon if you wanted to. Probably hurt somebody too.
Right?
Right.
Like that pirate movie.
Ben Sands.
Yeah, that's the one. Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
There's movies with pirates. Have you not seen those? There's one in the Caribbean and other ones.
There's like 8 in the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's
Pirates
true.
who don't do anything.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
that one guy who's like, I was crazy. And then everybody else.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I don't
Johnny
remember. I
Depp,
don't remember the
that's
rest
the
of them. You ask me any other person that was on that
Keira
movie, I probably couldn't remember.
Orlando Bloom.
There you go.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah,
Davy
the
Jones,
elven
Giant
archer from Lord of the Rings or whatever.
Man, he's a real cinephile.
Whoa,
That was,
got personal
that
there.
was pretty great.
No.
There's a SNL digital short with the Lonely Island where they have Michael Bolton is there.
I stayed up all
I
night
forgot
last night
about
watching
that
all
one.
the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. They're so
Oh,
good.
that's such a good one.
Keira Knightley,
Davy Jones, Johnny
John
Depp.
Squid.
Oh, I love it.
Good times. So yeah, anyway, we had steak. It was good. And while we were there, we also had chili. I had chili.
You had chili.
Oh,
I too.
it was so good.
Actually.
Yeah, but now we're here at our home. We're 3D printing things.
Yeah.
So you can still
the
hear the
annoying
hum.
noise in the background.
Yeah. We're 3D printing things that we've tried to 3D print before that did not 3D print properly.
Is that what you're holding in your hand right now?
Yes.
Yeah. So my plan is that we've got all these things that aren't quite printed, but printed about halfway. We just paint them blue and they're water.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Welcome to the ocean.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, it's not finished. It's waffle on the top. So, problem
water?
solved.
Flippity doo dah.
Now they're water.
Why is one taller than the rest?
They are definitely
It
different
printed a
heights.
little more before it messed up.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, this
that
one's
makes more
got
sense.
what might be the beginning of some sort of lake.
Like a quarry.
That one
It
has
was,
a beach on it.
Yeah, it's got a beach on it.
Well, all the brick ones that print, they have a like a quarry in it.
This is what it looks like
Yeah,
when
you're
the
a
Matrix
quarry.
I
hasn't
am a
finished
quarry.
loading yet. Yeah,
Windows computer, huh?
you are a quarry.
Such a quarry.
That's such a Corey thing to say.
Mine
dig
is a
on me
life
all
of
day.
torment. Yeah. So, fun story. My brother Corey is named after a book where little kids die.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
Which
it's-
one's that?
optimistic.
He's named after a book called Flowers in the Attic.
Oh.
And the youngest kids in this story, that's all about like incest and murder.
Wasn't
you know,
that encouraging?
family
That
favorites.
his mother loved as a kid. It's one of her favorite books. She says she read it several times. But the littlest boy who dies because he's poisoned to death by his grandmother is named Corey.
Why
Wait
do
a second. I thought you were the one that was almost poisoned
No,
to
he's
death by your
dirt.
grandmother.
No, I was not poisoned by my grandmother.
Your mom.
No.
Your
Well,
mom.
I was kind of poisoned by my grandmother, but she didn't think it was poison.
It's just some antifreeze. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
No. So there was this one occasion where I was going to spend time with friends somewhere, and I had a bit of a cough for a day or so. And my grandmother says, well, here, take some of this cough syrup before you leave, and hands me this bottle. Me being the trusting idiot that I was in my 20s, I take a swig.
20s?
I take a swig off the
Whoa.
bottle, and I leave. And I go to a girl named Jessica's house, and we're watching The Incredibles,
Huh.
like the cartoon. with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Yeah,
superheroes.
like the cartoon
We're
movie.
watching
family
The
cartoons,
Incredibles.
yep.
There's Mole Man or something. I don't
That's towards
remember.
the end.
No,
Sure.
it was something else. Well, I was watching the beginning of it, and then suddenly I was not watching the beginning of it anymore. I was watching the little kid run across water.
That's towards the end.
And
Yeah,
then,
that's toward the end,
and
isn't
then
it?
suddenly I was watching Mole Man, and then I woke up in my bed.
Yeah, the Underminer. that
Wow,
guy.
that's
To the very
that's
end.
a little bit of a
Yeah.
time jump there.
Yeah, so luckily, this girl lived in the same apartment complex that my brother Eric lived in, and Eric somehow got me into my car and home. But
Alive.
my grandmother had given me expired codeine
Oh,
that she thought was cough syrup.
liquid codeine.
Yeah,
That sounds like good stuff.
like bad
Yeah.
medicine.
so I was messed up for like 2
Yeah.
days.
Uh huh.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
I-
Real messed up.
I somehow managed to get up and go to the bathroom and all that stuff. I didn't wake up in like a pile of my own filth. But 2 days had gone by the time that I was awake and responsive again. Yeah.
So, at what point did you just completely ignore the label on the bottle?
I never even looked at it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like when
Like, I mean, when you've got an upset stomach and somebody hands you a bottle of Pepto-Bismol, you don't read it.
Yeah, but it's also a bright pink bottle.
Right, but cough syrup has always been in that same kind of bottle. So I just assumed, okay,
Well-
it's cough syrup.
well, my
Not quite NyQuil here.
one time
Real strong.
Yeah, one time my mom gave me a, I told her I
that
had a headache
Z-Quil,
and I was
no?
about to go. I was about to go in for
Like
for an interview with General Electric or one of these companies at factory. It's going to be a great job for me or whatever, and they had to do a drug test.
Whatever.
Anyway, shortly before that, my mom gave me what I thought was an Advil. Turns out to be a morphine, and because they're like, hey, you kind of popped, positive for this particular medicine. Do you have a subscription? I was like, no.
Yes,
Not
at
exactly.
my house.
Let me go get it. But they didn't, they weren't trying to give me a hard time. They actually would have probably hired me if I came back with a clean test in a few months. But yeah, it was kind of a bummer because that'd have been a nice job.
That sounds like
Turns out you can't just enjoy heroin for fun.
right. That sounds like the same thing that a friend of mine had happen to him. He was going into the highway patrol and he took what was it? It was a codeine because he broke his pinky toe, and he got kicked out of the academy because of it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have your
Because-
prescription, you can't show that you got
Well, he
the-
was doing his final tests that day, and it was
How many people recreationally take codeine?
nobody. Not really. 'Cause it's too
Bears.
expensive.
Yeah. Weird.
But yeah, it was one of those
It's like
where
it's like recreational laxative. You don't really. I mean,
Chocolate cherry flavored. Boom.
boom, boom, Adam.
Boom, boom.
Well, we have known people and probably relayed to a bunch of people that have stolen medicine out of older people's
It's true.
cabinets and
I remember all of my
bathroom.
cousins being furious with my grandmother the day after my grandfather died because she was dumping a bunch of medicine down the toilet. Like, Grandma, that's thousands of dollars worth of drugs. And she's like, yeah, I'm getting rid of it.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not giving it to you, drug
She
addicts.
knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yep.
2 or 3 of her grandkids were going to overdose that week if she didn't get rid of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but my family's full of morons.
yeah, about half
Corey
of it.
agrees with that.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And all of my family members that will be listening to this are shaking their heads right now. Yep.
Yep.
He's absolutely right. And the ones that will never hear this will have no idea.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
We're talking about those suckers.
Yeah. Take that, punks. All of y'all.
Yeah, people who can't.
You
Stop
know who
sending me
you
Facebook
are.
friend request.
We don't like you.
I have to be family with you. I do not have to be Facebook friends with you.
I'm like a
Right.
podcast warrior. I can be as rough and tough as I want on this thing. And then in person, I totally freeze up and don't know what to say. But
Ben's normally the
Whatever.
sweetest guy. He's punched Corey twice tonight.
It's because the steak.
Yeah.
only in the face.
It's like, what are you ordering a well-done steak for, you girl baby? I learned that particular insult from Steve Jones.
Girl,
Girl baby.
He used to jokingly call people girl babies when they complained about stuff.
And then he had a girl baby.
He did. Does,
And she's
he
the
has 2
toughest
of them
girl
now,
baby you'll
doesn't he?
ever meet.
Right.
Doesn't he have 2 of them now?
Now he
He
has
does,
respect.
I think.
Yeah.
He says, "Know what? You don't
Wait,
even
is the
rate a
other one
girl
a boy,
baby."
though?
One of them's called Trudy. I don't know what the other one's called.
I thought the other one was a boy.
It might be a boy. Doesn't mean he's not
Girl
a
baby.
girl baby.
Girl baby. He's always complaining. He complains more than the girl baby does.
Somebody's
Yeah.
got to, I guess.
It's like my sister keeps trying to body slam me off the top of the bed.
Like, for the last time, I told you not to do that unless there's a mattress on the floor. What? Oh, nothing. Okay, everybody take a deep breath. By the way, if you are listening to this podcast, it is because of Anchor.fm. Anchor is a free app in the App Store for any mobile device. There's also an app on the computer and a web interface, and it lets you record your podcast right there on that device. You don't have to use like sophisticated Pro Tools or Logic or a mixer board or any of that fun stuff. You just hit a button and you talk about what you want to talk about.
I like it.
I like it too. It's really exciting because you can make a podcast and it distributes it to like 12 or 15 different podcast services all at once on their end. You don't actually have to like go submit it to iTunes or something like that.
That is super convenient.
It is super convenient. It's great. And you can do sponsorships. So you can do like little promotional commercial type stuff. And then they give you some money,
Yeah.
which money is nice. It gets things and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. Highlights. Free app. Easy distribution. Instantly record.
Done.
Yeah. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Good job, guys.
Oh, I love
I hope
doing
everybody enjoyed that commercial break.
Got my smoker's cough on.
that. A moment to reflect.
Yeah, we gotta. I'm thinking next Friday, I want to spend the whole day watching all the Back to the Future movies. Because I really enjoy them, and they are movies that you can watch back to back and still have a good time.
Yeah.
Yep. So maybe we'll make some pizza or something. We'll cook up a can of corn.
What did you do? Give me lighter fluid?
A little bit.
Wow.
It tastes okay.
Are you not enjoying it? This is
No, I am. It's just slightly lighter than
yeah.
most.
This is Glenmorangie. There are 3 or 4 different kinds of it. This is the kind that is sits in rose cask.
Oh, that's why
Yeah.
it's light. Okay.
I have
It's
no
yummy.
idea what that means.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of scotch, Glenmorangie. They have like their standard scotch, but then they have other scotch that they make in a slightly different way for a different flavor. And one of them is they take wine barrels,
Yeah.
and it's called rosé or something like that. And they, instead of just letting the scotch sit in its own container, they put it in used wine containers. It kind of absorbs some of that flavor.
Yeah, it's usually a little sweeter.
Oh,
It's true.
Connoisseurs here.
Yeah, no, we just read labels.
Man of culture.
Yeah,
But not when it's
this is all
codeine.
on the back of the bottle. We're not that smart. We just kind of know how to read simple
When it
words.
comes to whiskey, we read the bottle.
Yeah.
Cough syrup, not so
Nah.
much.
yeah, no.
Take our chances.
The one with an actual warning label.
Yeah, it's not like it
I mean,
was.
technically they
Now,
both
if it
do.
had a
Is it
skull and
involved?
crossbones on it, we totally ignore that. But you know,
I drink that stuff too.
I bet this would kill rats, but I'm stronger than a rat.
Right?
I'm a lot bigger, so it'll take a lot longer for this to kill me.
Yeah,
A boot would kill a rat too, and they just don't kill me
all the time.
all the time. Yeah, but I did drown once when I was a kid. Not on
Yeah, you did.
Scotch. It was on Smithville Lake, which was worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say Scotch would have been better at that point.
It's like, so like think of the most disgusting thing you could ever drink and multiply that by like 5, and that's Smithville Lake.
And we swim in that thing.
I don't anymore because
gonna
one
say.
of my toenails is orange for the rest of my fucking life. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss there, but I did because it was so gross. Like, I'm like, I went to the lake and I was there for like 2 days, and I'm like, something doesn't feel right. And like a couple of days later, my toenail was still not clean, and it never became clean again after that. That happened literally when I got out of the lake the first time that weekend. It was already a different color.
I think that's what we call a fungus.
It is a fungus. There's no way to get rid of it without possibly having heart disease and heart attacks.
I got a chainsaw in the truck.
Nah, I don't want to get rid of the toenail. I want to get rid of the fungus.
The whole toe's
Yeah, we'd just take the whole toe.
Toenail? Why would you
Well,
stop there?
Just,
I mean,
just
what
paint
is
it
it,
white.
like turpentine? Turpentine would
Just
probably
paint
be
it.
good.
Yep.
Just use lead paint. That totally covers the
Right?
problem.
Yeah. Fine lead-based paint.
There, I
Do
fixed
the old
it.
do the old Elmer's glue trick where you pour it on,
You know-
let it dry, and then peel it off.
I don't think that'll work.
I don't know.
Old fashioned and fancy. If it says old fashioned and
Well, that
fancy
was
on the
my
label,
idea. I don't know.
it
If
doesn't
you
matter if it's lead
covered
paint.
your
It's
entire
good.
foot in Elmer's glue and let it dry, you wouldn't need to wear shoes.
Thinking
I
I
like
How
this
long would
idea.
it take to wear off?
I have no idea. It probably depends on what you're walking on. Like broken glass, couple minutes.
or how
Yeah.
many layers
Like
of glue
grass,
you put on.
week
Oh
or
my
so.
gosh.
Yeah,
I
like
like this idea.
20 layers.
That's the thing right there. Just like paint on your house, you just put a new layer on every couple of days and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I like this idea.
I got a foot-shaped bucket of Elmer's glue in the closet. You just dip your foot and walk
I was
around.
going to say, can you just like liquefy it and just like,
Yeah, that's
of it.
what you'd have to do right there.
yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, my story about drowning in Smithville Lake is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah,
I was a kid, like little, like somewhere between 3 and 5. I'm not sure exactly how old I was because I don't remember it myself. I've heard this story from my dad and my
Because you
grandma.
almost died.
Because I blocked it out because of the trauma of my parents letting me almost die. But anyway, so
That's why I'm
Small
not
things.
letting
We're
my
all
kids out
wearing-
of my sight.
we're
Right.
all wearing life jackets. The problem is this is in the early 80s when they don't have children's size life jackets because they've not really cared about that stuff for very long.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah,
to
let
find
'em
out,
drown.
an adult size life preserver on a child does not work as a life preserver.
No.
Shocker.
It holds you under pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's
So-
created like, you know, the.
So somehow
stay under.
I got upside down, and the life jacket kept me from going right back up.
Sounds about right.
So there I am out in the water with my feet kicking up out of the top of a life
He's
jacket.
doing a flip.
Oh, I
with
can
my
just
head
imagine.
Wow, he's so
underwater.
talented. Natural born swimmer.
And my
Right.
grandma says to my dad, "Look, little Adam's out there swimming as my feet stop kicking."
Oops.
And so my dad,
Now he's doing a handstand.
who luckily was trained by the military and knew how to do some CPR kind of stuff, ran out into the water and pulled me out and brought me back to life. I was literally dead.
Yeah, I was whenever you said run out, I was definitely like imagining like
Yes,
Wile E.
my father
Coyote,
ran
like-
on the
like,
water.
and then it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I mean, maybe my father hasn't done a lot of great things with his life, but he kept me from dying once. So that's
True.
cool.
Yeah.
Because,
You know,
dying is not fun.
Better late than never.
It's true. It's better late than never.
I think there's a rule in the 70s and 80s and 90s even that if you haven't almost caused your kid's death, then you're not a good parent.
Yeah,
that
that's
was-
true.
It's possible.
Yeah, very
I
possible.
also vividly remember being a very small child and getting the skin of my back stuck in an electrical outlet under a table and being electrocuted to the point where all the lights in the house went out.
How?
No idea, but I vividly remember it.
Do you have like spikes coming out of your back or something?
No, I might have been wet. I don't know.
Or is just
Or it might have
old
been a
plugs.
badly put together outlet that I
Well, if it's on the
grounded
bottom of the
something.
table, yeah, probably.
No, it was on the wall, but the table was against the wall, and I
Oh,
was
that
under the
makes more
table.
sense.
But I remember it vividly, and it was a brick house that my mother doesn't remember ever living in. But my dad immediately said, "Oh yeah, we lived in that. You weren't even like a year old yet." But I vividly remember it. Maybe being electrocuted makes you remember things.
Or it could make you forget too.
It didn't work that time.
Well, it's got to be in
Hey,
the
you
head.
know, if they electrocute you like 3 times, you get your sanity back.
Do you get a
Nice.
refund?
Yeah.
Here, lick this plug-in.
You know,
I got a pocket knife around here if you
when I
want to
was
play
a-
that game.
when I was about 5 years old, I started like my mom taught me how to help her make coffee in the morning because it seemed like an innocuous thing to do.
First thing, lick the outlet.
No. No, she would.
Lube it up real
so
good, get
I'd
it
fill up
plug
the. I learned how to fill the little tank on the back and how to turn it on in the morning, and she enjoyed that because
I
she
know
didn't
where this
have
is
to get
going.
up in the morning, and it would be coffee when she woke up. And she knew I was always going to get up way too early because kids don't sleep in the mornings. But one day, I didn't know that the tank had already been filled. So I went ahead and put a whole thing of water on the top of that, and it spilled out on the counter.
Oh, God.
Well, this is an old coffee pot, so it didn't have all the safety features that a lot of the newer ones have. So this one literally was electrical, and every piece of water that was on the counter was basically like a nice little conductor.
Tingly.
So every time I tried to mop it up with the towel, I was actually just electrocuting myself, and I was crying because I couldn't fix it and I couldn't stop, mopping it up.
Feel like
And
that point
finally,
you just-
my
I
sister
love
pulled me
electricity.
off that. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, stop
just-
trying to clean it up.
Just
I
remember,
can't.
whenever
that was the second time I almost died as a kid. So
whenever you're mopping it up, make sure your kid has a broom
Was the
handle
first one
to
the fire,
beat
or
you
was that a
with
completely
later to
different
make
story?
sure
no,
you
that
don't
was
get
that's a
electrocuted.
totally different story
Oh
too.
my God.
Yeah, that's after that. I almost died in a fire. That's my third time brush with death. Fourth time, I almost got ran over as I almost fell out of the car door of a Cadillac.
It's always a Cadillac.
I know, right?
I mean,
But
if
the
you're gonna
first time-
die in style.
But the first time I got
It's
I
like
got second
floating
and
on a
a little bit
cloud.
of third degree burns all over my body and was in a full body cast as about a 1-year-old.
Ouch.
So
And then
poured
more,
hot
more
boiling water on
recently, he
myself.
went
Playing
to a
with
Trump
matches
campaign.
again, are we?
Oh.
Yeah, accidentally poured boiling hot water on myself, like the whole
Oh.
thing of it. I tipped it over on myself, and they had to put a cast on me to keep my skin from being peeled off every time something touched it. So
Yeah, I feel like
It
your
didn't stick to the cast.
parents win
That's-
the
that's
bad
what it's supposed to
parenting
do, though.
award.
That's why
While
he
the
doesn't like
skin
coffee
healed.
anymore. Right.
Ah, that explains a lot.
Did they lube it up first?
I don't know. I honestly,
Just slides
I've
right
seen
in.
I've seen the pictures, and I don't remember it hardly at all.
Yeah, it's probably
But
a
I
good
know
thing.
that there's
Super
places
good.
there's places
Yeah.
on my chin and places on my chest where no hair grows because of it. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, rich women have to pay a lot of money for that.
I got to save them a lot of money,
If
but
only
add
they
some
knew
trauma to
covering
the
themselves
Who would have
with
thought that
boiling
if
hot
you
water.
boil yourself like a chicken, that your hair would fall off?
chickens could tell you that
like a chicken.
if you knew how to ask.
Oh my gosh, that's great. You are almost an exciting dinner.
Oh yeah. Just imagine that little roasting pot that they put them in the cartoons. You go in and you start to turn red, and then the
It's
the,
just
the
like
redness
that.
goes
Yep,
up
exactly.
up on your body like a thermostat.
Well,
It does for me.
it's,
Yeah.
My blood pressure, like I can feel my neck getting red and then my
Yes.
face getting red. I can feel it when
So if it gets too high, does your head pop off?
Corey's a
it
living
feels like it
thermometer.
will, but it won't.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Have
I
you
can tell you
tested
how
that
hot it
theory?
is. Where's the red? 85, 86,
87.
87.
Does
He's
that
got
like
to put
tick
little
marks
marks on
on
his
your head?
face. Exactly.
There's definitely difference.
Here, where's a
between, like,
Sharpie? We need
Oh,
to test
Corey,
this theory.
you should get a tattoo on your neck that's lines with numbers. Oh, it's like,
And then-
oh,
and
is
then
that where you're in
underneath
prison or
it, it
something?
just-
You're like, nope, I just like knowing how cold it is.
Underneath it says one hot dude.
And then at the top line it says, I'm probably naked.
Underneath these clothes, I'm not wearing
Because
anything.
that's the hottest. Oh.
Yeah, neck tattoos are not,
Yeah, I know
Not
a
the
guy
best.
that's
Hey,
got
it's
a lot
better
of
than
neck
going right
tattoos.
across your forehead.
you skip
yeah,
the
yeah.
sleeves, went straight for the collar.
Right, yeah.
That's how you don't get jobs. Is
All right, guys.
face tattoos.
Well, that's about all the time we've got for this one. Let's do our traditional out of yelling at trees and yell like trees. Ah! Get off my lawn!